Hello, I'm Victoria Benson. I'm Chief Exec of Gingerbread, the charity which obviously supports single parents. And one of the reasons I so much enjoy working here is that I'm also a single parent, and I was brought up by a single parent. So I'm a single parent to 6 children, but I grew up as one of 3 daughters to an amazing mum.
As a single parent, there's so many challenges I have faced. I have 2 boys, and again, being from an African origin, people used to say to me, "Oh Jenny, you've got 2 boys, they're going to end up into drugs and everything else." So that was quite hard hitting. And there's been sometimes financially, because I used to work for a company, I had to leave to be self-employed. It's like during the school holidays, what do you do? And it was also the stigma from other people as well, saying that you're a single parent, how are you going to manage, how are you going to cope? Because you're there trying to be a good parent, and then your children are like screaming and shouting, and you think, well, what about me? Because sometimes I think I focus so much on the kids, I forget about myself. So it's that emotional person you don't have there, because it's just you and your kids.
I always say that the biggest challenge as a single parent is financial. Trying to get by on one income is just impossible in a lot of situations. I mean, like rent, bills, summer camp bills, like these kind of things, like clubs, everything that you have to pay for is like designed for 2-income families. So, and of course, like something like buying a house is like out of the question. It's like, a pipe dream.
I would wake up in the morning, go to work. To the world, they'll say, "Oh Jenny, look at you, always happy, always healthy." But what they don't realize, when you come back home, the children have gone to sleep, you're there on your own, the bills are piling up, and you just feel really weak that you can't carry on.
I think people would be surprised to learn about a lot of the challenges that single parents are facing, mainly because I think we're under the radar in a lot of situations.
Even before the pandemic, single parents were really struggling. They were more likely to be in low-paid, insecure employment, and they were more likely to have lower incomes. The pandemic has made things so much worse for single parents. They're more likely to have lost their jobs, they're more likely to have been furloughed, they've lost income. And at the same time, costs of looking after their children have gone up. And of course, all alongside that, they've also faced immense pressure as they've juggled working and looking after their children, as well as having anxiety around getting ill and their children getting ill. Because if you're looking after your children on your own and you're solely responsible for your children, it's a really big worry that what would happen to them if you became ill.
So for us as a single parent family, the pandemic was a nightmare. Homeschooling was a nightmare, juggling that with working from home. I mean, I felt good that I felt happy that I was able to work from home, but having to homeschool him on top of it was just literally impossible.
I've also got parents in the support group. Some of them, it was really hard. They're not working, or some of them are not on furlough, they're at home. And the stress of some parents, the children are there 24/7. Some of these parents had like 1 bedroom, and imagine you have 3 children and there's no school, you've got 1 laptop, and they're fighting to use a laptop. So for a lot of the parents that I know that I support, that was the issue. How do you cope?
Gingerbread is the only national charity that helps and supports single parents. We have a huge wealth of knowledge. But single parents have been really badly affected by the pandemic, and as a result, demand has shot up for our services. So we're seeing increased numbers of people phoning the helpline and increased numbers of people reaching out to our group coordinators. And we're just simply unable to meet that demand. And there's nowhere else for those single parents to go. And as a result, they're sinking further into debt, into poverty, and their mental health is being affected. And we really need to reach more single parents and give them the support that they need. People should support this appeal because there are nearly 2 million single parents in this country, and they all have children who they're looking after and bringing up and trying to feed and clothe. Without this appeal, we can't reach those single parents who desperately need our help. They're reaching out to us because they want advice about their finances, about their work, about their children, about their own mental health. And we really need to give them that support so that they in turn can support their children.
As a single parent family, I've seen firsthand the challenges that we're dealing with. And being in a single parent family with just one income and one adult to look after the children just makes everything that much harder. So I really hope people will support Gingerbread because it does such a great job of connecting single parent families with each other and, not just providing information and advice and support, but also just like providing that moral support, that you're not alone in this and that there's actually no shame in being a single parent. Actually is something to be really respected and admired. Please donate to Gingerbread's appeal to help more single parents like me.
Thank you, Gingerbread.